Hey Andrew, so I just watched the latter half of your video. I really liked it. I really liked the editing techniques on it. Um, Not really techniques, but I like the step above just video and that's it. You know what I do, just put the video up. But you had transitions and everything. Uh, they're the crack birds. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I liked hearing what you had to say about learning Spanish. um, I was really thinking about this, and I'm glad that you mentioned it like 3 times in the video. You mentioned it in like 3 separate cuts of your video. So that means you've been thinking about it over the course of your little voyage. So I like to hear that. Um, but yeah, dude. I mean, all you have to do is just, and you know what to do. You know, you can't pull yourself up from your own bootstraps. That's what I learned with learning Italian. Haven't really been speaking it much lately, but that's okay. I mean, if you want my advice, I'd say focus on the listening, because that's what I need to do. I haven't really been doing much speaking. I haven't been expanding my vocabulary though, but the listening is something I really need to do, and expanding vocabulary so that I can understand. You know what I mean? That is the ideal thing. So I know you've read 4 Hour Work Week, and I know you know how to manage your time and manage your behaviors. So I wouldn't fuck around this summer, man. I mean, this is your last summer as a minor, and you're not fucking around. I know that, but in terms of what you want to do, your drawing, your Spanish, focus on the kind of creative part of you, the expand your mind with another language and kind of understand yourself through drawings. I do that through writing. But I even though the drawing looks like a kid's drawing for episode 18, I love that drawing, man. And when you explained it, I loved it even more. So I say, do that, you know? Fuck the oil rig. I mean, it'd be interesting. You know, it'd probably actually be very beneficial for you. And same thing with the Peace Corps. But to me, it sounded like you were just kidding. But either way, dude, not either way, but if you do that, I'd be happy for you, and I think you'd broaden your perspective, kind of like I'm doing here. I'm really broadening my perspective here, and I still haven't figured out what I want to do with my major, but I'm kind of narrowing it down. Maybe integrative studies with counseling, which would eliminate the research part of psychology. So it would just be counseling, and maybe if I get a master's, I can teach too, which is what I really want to do. And creative writing, so kind of learn creative writing a little bit more in school. It would make me able to pump out more stories a lot faster. So that's a benefit of that. But ultimately, what I want to do, and you know what I want to do, is have time to do things that I want to do. So that's where the whole finance learning comes in. But been slacking on that. But maybe I could avoid that. Maybe like move to Europe, like you were talking about. I've been thinking about Europe. There's a lot of us who want to live here, in Europe, in our group here. I think this city would be nice. It's very small. Everything's like it's at most it's like a 30-minute walk from places to place. We usually walk. The most we ever walk is like 15 minutes, and it's usually like much shorter than that. Everything is within walking distance. I don't have to rely on a fucking car. I'm not bound by a car anymore, which is wonderful. I'll show you this side. No longer bound by a car, so that's nice. And I really don't want to be bound by a car anymore. It feels good. Ideas are flowing extremely well here. This is kind of a catalyst for perspective gaining and ideas, because this place isn't really that. The people who work in the service industry aren't really all that conscientious, and there's a benefit to that because it allows for freedom to have fun. Like, everyone in America works all the time, and here everybody goes out every night, and it's absolutely wonderful. Wednesday is the night in this city. Everybody's out doing stuff all the time, drinking and stuff, girls and guys, and it's just a wonderful time. People getting drunk, people skateboarding. It's people talking, Andrew. People talking, not just watching TV together or playing video games. It's people talking, and that's what's wonderful about this country in Europe. So, in a nutshell, I guess what I want to say is, I could just live here, and I've been writing a lot about it at the post office today, actually. For that movie that we're gonna do, one of the movies we're gonna do, I wrote a script for that. It's actually what I'm thinking. Like, I could live here, and I've actually thought about it, and I can live my dream here and be responsible here and not have to become miserable in America. I can just live where my family lived and make a life in one of these buildings. But yeah, I really enjoyed your video, Andrew. I can't wait for you to tell me the things that you don't want to tell the audience. I think that'll be great. Stick with your Spanish, stick with your drawings, whether it is for the podcast or the channel or not. Do whatever you want. Don't try and pull yourself from your own bootstraps too much, because you're not going to get very far. Kind of maneuver yourself into the enjoyment of your activities, like I'm doing here. I think that's the best way to do it. But I love you, Andrew. See you, man.